are listening to Arts on the Air, a bi-weekly-ish interview show dedicated to Savannah, Georgia's artists, musicians, and authors. Each episode will feature a guest in conversation about their philosophy, practice, and current projects, as well as their thoughts on the state of the arts in our community. Our theme music is a clip by Jose Ray, made specifically for this show. This week I'm joined by Sarah Brackett of New Oak Theater. New Oak Theater is a public charitable organization and a non-equity professional theater producing a wide variety of plays and musicals, ranging from classics to new works. They're a place where people can gather and experience art and community in the heart of historic Savannah, Georgia. New Oak Theater was founded by husband and wife duo Chase and Sarah Brackett in 2023. Inspired by Savannah's historic architecture, willowy oak trees, and thriving creative spirit, they chose the name New Oak Theater to reflect a blend of tradition and growth. New Oak Theater is bringing an intimate 80-seat black box theater to Savannah's Starland district. It'll be located at 25 East Maupas Avenue and is scheduled to open this fall.
Yeah, my ringer's not on, but one time I was in a show and I wasn't understudy, so I wasn't on stage, but an Amber Alert went off. And that doesn't care if your phone's silenced or not. Of course not. And so when they say like turn your phone off, I'm like, oh, I believe you now. Like before I was like, I'll silence it. It's gonna be fine. But Amber Alert, the actor stopped and was like, I think I hear a bird. And then they started again. It was very funny. But yeah, so.
That is so bad.
Yeah, so odds are we won't get an Amber Alert, but you never know.
Yeah, so fair. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, of course. Hi, my name is Sarah Brackett. I'm the Associate Artistic Director of New Oak Theater.
Oh my goodness. We're so excited to have you come into Starland.
Yes, we are too. We feel like it's a perfect fit for us. It's very up and coming. It feels so like fresh and hip, and just so much new energy is there. So artistic too. So we're excited.
What's a start time look like? What's your game plan?
Yeah, so we have just kind of finished all of the boring stuff that goes before the season starts. And so now we're excited. We're hoping for a late fall debut of our first show. We're looking to do 2 plays and 2 musicals starting in late fall and then going through the winter into the spring.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Well, we did a play and a musical last season, so we thought, you know what, why don't we just double it? And so.
All right. Did you have like a release party that you're gonna throw? Like an opening to show people the space? What's your plan?
Yeah, we definitely want to do like an opening party. We want to introduce people to the space, even maybe before the shows start. We might want to just do something fun with maybe some entertainment and just say, hey, everyone, like who's supported us or anyone who's even just interested. You don't know who we are. Like maybe you live in that area or you love being a patron of those shops and stuff. Like come see us, see the space, and check out what we're going to do. So yeah, we definitely stay tuned for that as well. That's coming soon.
Very cool. What's the address on that one? What are you next to?
So it is on Maupas and Drayton. Yeah, it's on the corner of Drayton and Maupas. And so we can see, like, we're like a 3-minute walk from like flora and fauna. Yeah, we're like over there. So,
perfect.
Yeah.
Now, seating, you guys are like cute and small, right? You're like
Yeah.
100 people?
Yeah, so we're looking at probably topping off at 80 people. And so it's going to be intimate, but I think that's going to behoove us. I think people are going to really enjoy that.
I think that's better, to be honest. We
Yeah.
have a couple theaters that are bigger in town, but we don't have anything fun and like interactive even.
Yeah, I agree. I think people definitely want to go to these bigger houses. I know I do sometimes. Like, sure. I definitely do. Like, I want to go to these big, grand houses. But honestly, I think lately what I have been personally yearning for is small, intimate connection. And so I think that is what we are trying to foster, is something where you're like, oh, like I'm like a part of this. Like I can like see that actor's face easy. Like I know exactly what they're feeling. So I think it's gonna be really good. I think people are yearning for it.
What's a layout look like? Do you have boxes that people can buy like season passes for? Or what does the layout look like?
Yeah. So we don't have necessarily boxes, but what we are going to do is have a rollout. And so we're announcing soon. We have to announce our season first. So I know the anticipation is killing everyone, but we're Gotta wait just a little bit longer. But we're gonna announce our season. Once that happens, then we're gonna roll out season subscriptions. And then once you get your season subscription in a certain window at the very beginning, then you can get access early to the seating and to the tickets. And so you can go through and make sure you get all of your early access to the seats. And then after that, we'll roll out to the general public. And you can still buy season subscriptions, don't worry. It's just not gonna have that early access feature to it.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right, with 4 performances this season, I mean, are you looking at every day of the week? You're looking at 5 days a week? Where's your head at for shows?
Sure. So I'll answer that in 2 parts. I would still call us a very new theater. You could probably still call us a startup. We're very quickly entering into the next phase of being more of scaling, which is what we want to be in. But with this space, I feel we've really started to enter that. However, I think our goal is to be probably about 6 or 7 shows a week.
Whoa.
Like we really want to be eventually. That's down the line. Here, we want to be about 6, we're doing 5 shows a week.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and so we might start a little smaller and then see if we're getting tickets. We can grow a little bit throughout the season, but that's the goal, is to do Thursday through Sunday. So Thursday night, Friday night, 2 on Saturday, 1 on Sunday. So we'll see. You guys listening can make that dream happen if you guys come out and see our shows.
So cool. All right, so since you can't reveal the upcoming season, can you talk about last season so that we kind of guess maybe what's coming up this year?
Yeah, I can totally talk about last season and tell you more about who we are, which might help you to understand what shows we're looking into. So last season we did I Do, a musical, 2 people, and me and my husband starred in it as about a couple. And then we did The Glass Menagerie, and that was 4 people, Tennessee Williams, 1930s. And I Do was the 1950s, and when it came out. And so we definitely are looking at who we are is we want to revitalize classic works, and mostly also just do works that people know, but maybe aren't shoved in your face all the time. There are works that you're like, oh, I've heard of that. I feel like I've seen that maybe, like I should go see that, or maybe you have seen it, but we want to do it in a different way. Maybe you're like, I did not see it like that before, but it feels like this is how it was always supposed to be. So we tried to do that with I Do and The Glass Menagerie, and we feel like it went really well. And with I Do, we pushed it into the future about 50 years. And so it's supposed to take place from the late 1800s until the 1950s. And we took it from the 1950s until the 90s. And so that was really fun. And then The Glass Menagerie was very artistic. The set was monochrome. It was just black and white. And then the lights were what were coloring it, and had emotions that were tied to each character, had their own colors. And so it was like it's like watercolor on a page. So yeah, so that's what we do, and we always want to have a new breath into a work that you might know. So yeah.
So you were out in Tybee. How did you end up in Starland? How did you scout the space? Did you just have your heart set on Starland?
So I will say personally, me and my husband have always loved Starland. We will go there, or we'll drive through and be like, gosh, this would be a great place to be. So I don't know if we had our heart set on it. I think that the real estate market is not one that you can get your heart set on anything, and you just gotta see what turns up for you. But I think in our hearts, we're like, this feels right to be in Starland. But we were at Tybee, so we were calling around different venues, and the Tybee Post, they answered immediately, and they are just wonderful people out there. Evan Goetz is amazing, and they are so good for new companies, especially because we didn't have a ton of capital going into it, but we did a wonderful ticket share with them, and it makes it really the door was open for us to begin. And their people and people we brought in really were supportive of us, which was great. But yeah, coming into Starland, we were able to meet the owner, John Gilbert. through some people that we knew, and they suggested him, and he was going to be working with us and as a real estate agent. And so we just kept talking about the space. He was like, come out and see the space. Come out and see the space. I think it might be good for you. It might be good for you. And so he was redoing the space, and we looked at it, and we were like, we walked in, like, this is perfect. This is perfect for us. And so we just kept talking with him, and he just felt really like this is a good fit for us. And so he's all in. He's all in on what we're doing, and we love working with him. We love the space. And so it really was just people showing up for us. The people that introduced us to John have been great supporters of us too. And it just shows how Savannah's community is so supportive. And it's so like, they're always trying to feel like, what do you need? Oh, I'll help you find that. Oh, hey, you need this person. They're going to help you. It worked out.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. What type of construction did you have to do? Is it like pretty much plug and play in the space, or like you doing something special?
Yeah, so John had to do a lot of construction in the beginning. It was lots of different businesses. I think originally it was a 1930s garage. Part of it's been added onto it. It has an outdoor space to it. So there's been a lot of work on it that he had to do to turn it into a functioning space that meets codes, all the things. But us coming into it now is the second part, making it into a theater. So yeah, it's right now it's pretty much a blank slate, and so we're gonna have to add lights and seating and sound and furniture.
A stage, I assume.
Well, with the black box, that's the cool part, is really all we need to add is the seating. And so because the seating goes up and they look down into the black box. And so then we can move around the seating however we want. We want to show it around, we can do that. You want it on all one side and we want to build a stage for just that show, we can do that. So yeah, it's very versatile, which is why we like it.
Cool.
Yeah, it's exciting.
How many people are involved with your endeavor? How many people do you have a board? Are you like a nonprofit? What's your setup?
Yeah. So we are a nonprofit. We are building our board. So we had a advisement board because we were starting out, and we got a bunch of people from our career and people that we've met along the way that have been so influential with us. And we had some people from New York, some people from different theaters we've worked at throughout our careers, and we feel the time is now to start transitioning to a Savannah-based board. A lot of these people were out of state. A few locals, mostly out of state, and they served us so well. And so now we have one board member that we haven't announced yet. We're hoping to have our board solidified by next spring. We want to take our time in making sure that each person that's joining our project is as excited and as focused and understands our mission. So yeah, but we are a nonprofit.
Did you sneak John on your board?
No, I think we're going to keep him as just our building owner and partner in that way. So we'll, but I'm sure he'll have lots of thoughts that he can give us.
I only say that because I'm on a board with his mom.
Oh, great. Savannah's so small. Isn't that funny?
Yep, I'm on the board for Art Southeast, and his mom, Cindy. I would bet $1 million it's his mom.
That's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're not far from you guys either.
No, right around the corner.
I love that.
I'm very excited. I'm a rising tides, all boats kind of gal. So I think the more nonprofits we stick in one corner, some people think that you'll lose funding or we'll have to split the pockets around. I really don't think so.
No.
Because you're so different. And like the Savannah Center for Photography. I mean, Art Southeast for sure does photography, right?
Yeah.
And Emily Earle is fabulous. She's a great photographer in her own right, but I just think that there's enough to go around. I'm excited to see it.
I agree. And I think, when you're starting a company, you have to prove that you have your own opinion, like you have your own part of the market, you have your own reason to be here. And I think that we truly are feeling like there's so many of these needs in art fulfilled in Savannah, and we're fulfilling our own opinion on art. We're filling our own niche on theater. And so we're so thankful for such a thriving community already in Savannah that has done so much of the work already. And now we just get to fill into this spot, and hopefully we can help bring in people that then they're like, oh wow, we love theater. And then we're like, hey, you should go check out these different theaters, or check out the Improv, like Front Porch. You should go check out Victory North if you like music, Art Southeast if you like art. So like it's something that we definitely want to do is always encourage people to go check out all the art, because I agree, all the boats rise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Savannah's known for being an art city, and we've just gotten bigger and bigger over the last couple of years. Right, we lost so many art galleries right at 2020, and a little prior, that it's nice to see everybody kind of resurging down in Starland instead.
Yeah.
So how did you get into theater to begin with?
Yeah.
What's your background?
Origin story. So I have always loved performing. I think I just came out of the womb like a ham. I was trying to entertain everyone, always. And even I'm looking through some old scrapbooks in my house, because when you move, you look through everything, and we're moving right now. And and even at 12, I was writing how I wanted to be a professional singer, and I wanted to go do all these be on TV and stuff. And so it's always been in there. My mom said I was singing "Give My Regards" to Broadway because I didn't know it was Broadway. I didn't know what that was, and so I was so young. And so I've always loved it. And yeah, so I just kept on asking my mom, hey, let's audition for this, I want to audition for that. And I just kept growing and growing and growing. And eventually that led me to audition for musical theater programs in different colleges throughout the country. I eventually settled on a college in North Georgia, Reinhardt University, which is where I met my husband, who is the artistic director, Sarah Brackett. And he was also in the same musical theater program as me. And past that, I had a great education there, great professors. I just truly was so fulfilled there, and was sent out to the world. And I did a national tour of the show. I worked at a bunch of different theaters in Indiana, Florida, Pennsylvania. Me and my husband lived in New York City for a couple of years, taking classes, auditioning, and taking in as much art as we could. And we were just so served. But we eventually were trying to figure out, is this what we want for us? Do we want to be in New York? Do we want to be constantly searching for these jobs and making art for under other people's watch? It's them making the art, but we're performing in their shows. And of course it was fulfilling, but I think we both said, no, we want to produce, we want to put our opinion on this. We want to put our stamp on this show, on these art projects. And so we also, me and my husband are both from Georgia. And so I'm from Oxford, Georgia, which is between Covington and Conyers, southeast of Atlanta. And Chase is from Rome, Georgia. So a lot of our family is here. My brother and sister-in-law went to SCAD. My brother works at SCAD, so they live here. So we were I think after visiting a lot, we were just wow, this place is amazing. And it's so thriving in all the things it needs to thrive for theater to thrive. And so it has art, it has people patrons that already want it, it has a bunch of tourism. It's also, I think I went to SCAD Story and it was Paula Wallace. She was talking about how she wanted to make art in somewhere beautiful, and that resonated with me. I was I want to make art somewhere beautiful too. So yeah, so that's definitely how I came into it, my love for it, and how we eventually ended up in Savannah. So yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
What's your favorite show to have performed in?
Yeah. Ooh, that's hard. They're so I love this show for this reason. I think probably I got to play Belle in Beauty and the Beast.
Aww.
Yeah. When I was it was in Indiana, the theater in Indiana. And it was one of those things where I thought, I had watched this video of Sutton Foster, Broadway star, and she was saying how, they're what's a role you'd love to play but you'll probably never play? And she was well, I'll never play Belle because I'm too tall. And I'm 5'8", I think she's 5'10", maybe 5'11", she's very tall. And I was well, I'll never play Belle, I'm too tall. And I had performed for this theater before, and I got the call that they were hey, we'd really love to bring you in as Belle. And I was what? Me? So it was amazing. It was a dream role. And so she was always my favorite growing up as the princesses. So
you look like Belle. That makes sense.
Thank you. I'm gonna keep that with me. I love that.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah.
Just looking at you. Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah, it was great. It was a dream come true.
Aww,
yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Was it hard to transition from being on the acting side to like the admin side and putting all the nonprofit stuff together?
For sure. I think it's been positive and also very hard. I think the hard stuff has been just everything we're doing right now is usually it's like the first time we've done it. We know how to produce, we know how to, the creative side, like we get, but there's just so much more than that of running a business. And every time we have to file something or apply for a grant, it's like the first time we've ever done this. And so we have to put on that hat and just research and ask people, like our advisement board, we asked a lot of questions too, or people in Savannah have been so helpful, and other people from other theaters in Savannah too have been so sweet. And so we've had to ask a lot of questions and just be like, we are new at this. And but I think it's been really gratifying because I've always loved being like a student. I've always loved being someone who, I've loved writing. I've always loved writing. I've always loved, I think, putting on my academic brain and trying to problem solve. That's always been something I've loved. And I definitely don't want to imply that performing in the arts is not as academic, because I do believe that there's so much that you have to put into anything in the arts creatively that takes a lot of smarts. However, it has been really cool to bring out a lot of the business side of me. I've really enjoyed that. I think that's a side of me that has been there. An entrepreneurial side has been there my whole life, I think. And it's been really fun to see it manifest, even if it is challenging. I think most things in life that are challenging are worth doing. So it's been really great.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Aw. Do you have everything set up? Are you like all of the hats? Like you're the bookkeeper and also the grant writer, or like have you spread a little bit that around with that advisory board?
So mostly right now I'd say me and Chase are wearing all the hats. For a little while doing the Glass Menagerie, we had one of our awesome actors, Natalie Duncan, also is an amazing social media marketing person. And so she took over a lot of that during that time. And we were so happy for her to do that. But, in this early infancy stage, it's not that I don't want other people to do it. I'd love that. But we just don't have the capacity for that yet. So, I think that's definitely like we're on the verge of it with this upcoming season. I think this next season is going to provide a lot of stability for us, especially because we're going to be there for a couple of years. And so, but right now it's a lot of hats. And so, yeah, I'm having to learn how to effectively reach people on social media. And we're applying for some grants this week. We have one due. Yes. And I'm sure you understand that. And so that's been new. And, Chase is trying to be all on the numbers, and I'm filing all the nonprofit things. And again, like I said earlier, it's really hard and it's really gratifying when I figure it out. That being said, I am excited to give away some of these things to people better at it than me. It has been very fun to figure out how to post on social media when I feel like I'm still young. I think I'm young. I'm only 32. But then I try to post on social media and I'm like, I don't even have a TikTok. And they're like, oh, you gotta post on TikTok.
I'm shaking my head. I'm sorry. I'm like, there's no visuals. So like, I'm 36. I would rather die than figure out how TikTok works. And the second you get your 501c3 all like certified and you've got a brother-in-law at SCAD, I would be looking for interns to run the social media department through SCAD so fast.
Well, I'll tell you what, we actually are partnered with SCAD through their work study program. And that was something we actually did try to fill last year, and that just did not get filled. So SCAD students, if you're listening, get into that work study program and come on over. So we did get a lot of roles filled through them, which has been great. We had a wonderful videographer. So at least he gave us things that looked really pretty, but I had to figure out how to put it on and get it out there. So, but yes, that is, I keep telling Chase, I'm like, first thing, we got to fill that one. So,
do you have a list of open roles through like
is it posted somewhere?
It's not posted yet. It is on the verge. Once we announce our season, it's coming soon, guys. I swear it's coming soon. Then we will announce those roles, and we definitely will have a lot of tech positions, backstage crew. We'll have designer roles open, and definitely some of those more business keeping roles of just like social media and marketing. And but yeah, just stay tuned, guys. If you're looking for some work, please join our email list, like follow our website at newoaktheater.org, like get in there. We're gonna post soon.
Very cool. All right. What do you want to talk about?
Ooh, leaving it up to me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I think I just, you know what I want to talk about? This is a fun one. So one thing that we're really excited about is we have always wanted to be a dinner theater.
Ooh.
Yeah. So that's been one of our main things, but when we're so new, we don't have our own space, we can't be like, tidy post, let's figure it out, let's do dinner theater. That's not in their capacity. That's not what that is. And so here, we don't have a kitchen here. So, but we thought, you know what, where better than Starland to have food trucks? And there's an outdoor area. And it's like a backyard with a fence. And so we can drive it right on in there. And that is the goal. So we will definitely keep you guys updated on when that is happening, what nights they're going to be there. And we'd like to make that a very consistent feature of having food before the show. And so, I think that's probably one of the things I'm most excited about, because I feel like that is so like the Starland area. So,
that feels like the right fit. I love that.
Yes.
Aw, cute.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm excited. Thinking, I know so little about theater.
Yeah.
I did some stuff as a child, so I know that like upstage and downstage are backwards.
You're nailing it.
Like stage left and stage right are backwards, because it's like how they're looking at you, not how you're looking at them, or is that in reverse?
So if I'm looking at the audience, my stage right is my right, but I have to be looking at the audience. So the moment I turn around, it's the opposite.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
What do you have something you can teach me about theater?
Well, oh my goodness. Let's do an acting lesson right now. Have your monologue ready.
Oh,
no. Something about theater. There's lots of different philosophies on theater. So like we don't just wing it. Like I love the Meisner technique. And so there's different like philosophies on, are you going into a scene, into a role more based on movement? Are you going more based on being the character, or are you informing it from yourself? And so I tend to try to take things from lots of people like Stanislavski and Meisner. And so there's lots of very smart people that have come before us that have informed us of ways to go through the acting process and not just wing it. So if you're ever interested in getting into acting, try to get in an acting class and read like a book from one of the acting greats. But my suggestion is Meisner, although he is a tad intense, but he's very much about informing the role through your lived experience and reacting and almost saying that we don't need anything else about the story technically. We just need to know what the reaction is from our partner, because that's what makes a good scene, is reacting. Acting is reacting off your partner. So acting is reacting. Keep that one.
I love it. All right. Is there like a trick on stage or like a trick with lighting that you like to use?
I will say I bought a book a couple of years ago, and it was called Technical Theater for the Non-Technical Actor. And but I will say, if anyone from Reinhardt's listens, they're like, no, we taught you. And so there is definitely, I have learned probably more than, of course, the layperson, but I think I have a lot to learn on the tech side. And so that is actually something I'm excited to learn. So yeah, I would say there's nothing I necessarily can say that I love, but just know that like I'm still learning and I'm still growing, and I've done a lot in my life, and I still have so much I'd like to learn, mostly about lighting and sound. And sets.
Okay, what about sets? Who's doing your sets? Are you guys doing your sets?
So Chase designed both the sets from this past season, and he'll probably continue to do that for at least this next season, but then we would like to offset that to someone who I think he's doing a really great job, but I think we would like to give that away to someone who maybe has had more experience in that, although I do think he killed it. But yeah, I think we're doing that. My brother-in-law, so Chase's brother, is a professional lighting designer up in Atlanta. And so he did the lights for both the shows, which is why they looked amazing. And yeah, and the costumes, we're going to be having that position open, costume designer. So if you're a costume designer, we would like to hire you. So yeah, those designing roles are so essential. And I always knew that, but I think I really have started to learn that as a producer. It's funny going from the actor to the producer. I feel like it's like you're almost on the outside looking down into like who you are. Like I was like, oh, that's how I acted, or like that's why that thing happened. Like I was just such a small part of the puzzle before when I was just acting, and now I feel like I've zoomed out and I see all the pieces moving together, and it's exhilarating. But it is funny to look back at myself through the years. I was like, wow, you just didn't know anything, or that's so funny that you like thought this or acted like that. So
do you have like a costume you hated or a set that you hated that now you feel bad about? Is that what I'm hearing?
Probably, yeah. I think sometimes there was things that maybe I might have complained about in my younger years that I look back and I go, oh, Sarah, if you only knew what it was like to produce shows and yeah, how good you had it. So our actors luckily have been so amazing, but I think I just, on the producer side, I look back on my life and I say, wow, like I just understand now. I get it. So maybe if I ever complain to someone listening, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so much wiser now.
Who was doing your costume design last season?
Yeah, so we had an amazing SCAD grad. Lisa, her name is Lisa, and she did a great job. And so, so any of the costumes you saw that season were from her. So yeah, we're very lucky to have so many artistic people in this city. So that was another reason I wanted to move here, was truly because of SCAD and the wonderful artists that they output and getting to work with them. So yeah.
I love how a bunch of SCAD grads stay in town or leave for a couple years and then come on back later on down the road. It seems to be very common to take a dip to like Atlanta or like New York City or like LA and give it like a 5 or 10 year break and then come on back.
Yeah. I mean, that's what my brother and my sister-in-law did. And then eventually that kind of led to us coming a little bit, out of the way. But yeah, so when people are like, why did you come here? I'm like, I guess technically SCAD brought me here through my brother. So yeah, it is, we're very lucky. But we're also lucky to have Savannah Tech is wonderful too. Basically our whole backstage crew, we got all of our set from them.
Oh.
So although Chase designed it, you still have to get the actual pieces, and they donated so many props and set pieces, and I guess I should say they let us borrow that stuff, but they did donate the sets, the wood that we needed, the lumber. And they also, our backstage crew was a lot of Savannah Tech crew members, and so they have a wonderful film program there, and so we had a lot of the film people. They were like, I haven't done theater, I'd love to do that with you guys, and so we are hoping to ask back a few of those people too, to help us with their backstage crew, the unsung heroes, the people you don't see that are making it all happen.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any needs so far for donations? Is there something you're like looking for that someone might have in their house? Or like, is there money we can funnel towards you through your website? What do you need?
Yeah, that's this is a great segue to kind of what we'd love to see with you guys is that really ultimately, if you do feel led to give, that would be great. We're a nonprofit. You understand nonprofits, like we do function off of our donor base. However, I'm really just asking that you come to our shows. I'm asking that you buy some tickets. I'm asking that you tell your friends. I'm asking that you follow us on social media. You follow our newsletter. We have merch.
Cool.
So if you want to, really the way you can donate is get a cool bag. They're really awesome bags. So go to our website there to find that. And I'd say those are all the ways is it's not just giving. If you can give and you feel led to give and you feel very confident in what we're making and want to see more, please, that would be great. We'd love for you to give, and we can tell you how, what you're directly supporting. You know, we had someone donate last season and we were able to tell her, hey, you funded our costumes. And so we'd love to try to say like, hey, if you're giving us money, this is what you're funding, this specific thing. And so we would love to be able to connect with you on that. But man, just come see our shows and come tell everyone. That's what we want ultimately. So the best way to do that is follow us on social media, because then you'll know what's happening. So
I can't wait to see the list of shows that are coming out in the fall. I'm so excited that you're coming to town.
Yeah, we are so excited to be here.
Is there anything we've missed at all?
Gosh, I don't think so. I think you've been so thorough. We've talked about acting techniques and my favorite roles, and that's ultimately what I came here to talk about. So I think we're good to go.
I love it when somebody teaches me something. So
yes.
I will Google Meisner when we're done.
Yes, very intense, wonderful.
All right. Wow. Well, Sarah, what a pleasure.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for asking me on.
I can't wait to see your shows in the fall, and I'm sure we will do this again sometime soon.
I would love that. Let's do it.
Thanks.
Okay.
Big thanks to Sarah Brackett for coming by and chatting with me. I'm so excited to see what they do in Starland and can't wait to be one of the first to sit in their performances this fall. Hope to see you next week, Savannah.